Here we are on the map Baktra, and Baktra is a very funky map because most of the map is useless. For the player that starts on the defending side, you really don't have any other options other than going for this hill, and then you are in for one campy game. If you can't start moving down the hill here, but the only patch of open terrain will be here in the center. This is a hot map, by the way. The really only open patch will be in the center here, and moving down here is basically giving the terrain advantage away to the attacker. So either player has to make a choice of either holding on for dear life on their own terrain or going up and engaging the enemy. And if you look at the position that the defender will be in here, this is not something that you want to engage. You are engaging uphill in a forest. That is going to make skirmishers less effective, it's going to make cavalry less effective, it's going to make infantry less effective. It's basically just going to make things harder for you. And the same if the defender decides to meet the attacker. It's the same situation, but only in reverse. Now, if you reverse the attacker-defender direction, so you're fighting this way, things aren't really getting better at all. It's still going to be an uphill struggle towards the middle ground, where both players probably don't want to give up their terrain advantages. So, in terms of what this map is good for, this map is good for nothing. I mean, it could be fun for role-playing games, for scenario battles where you and your opponent decide on bringing armies and having a little bit of fun. But for any kind of serious multiplayer where you are trying to beat your opponent, this map just is not. It could be a fun battle in if you made a scenario like King of the Hill, where you gave your opponent a lesser army. He has to hold this hill at all costs, and you get a slightly bigger army, and then your task is to get him off the hill. Or maybe if one player has normal funds but several players have lesser funds, and they try to wrest control of the hill from the King of the Hill. Could work, but in normal battles, this is not a good map. It mainly it comes down to being horribly unbalanced in terms of terrain. This is the edge of the battlefield over here by the attacker side, and from the defender side, this is the this is the edge of the battlefield. So most of the map is completely useless, unless you want to do some role-playing with sneaking about in the forest and such. But in terms of pitched battle, horrible map. Strength and honor.